Today's neighborhood tour is going to drive you down Old Black Canyon Highway. We're going to look at Lynx Mountain View Estates and show you what these places look like. Prescott has all kinds and styles of real estate, more than you might expect. And if you want to learn more about it, please subscribe to this channel. And if you're thinking about buying or selling property, whether it's in the next 7 days or in the next 7 months, please give us a call. Our contact info is below. I always thought this area was called Old Black Canyon Highway until I started doing the research and found out it's actually called Lynx Mountain View Estates. But you get there going down Old Black Canyon Highway, which runs quite a distance through Prescott. So today's home tour, I took my 360-degree camera, like I always do, stuck it on top of my truck, drove up and down the roads. I'm going to show you what the houses look like, how far apart they are, what the lots are like, and what the views are like. But most importantly, at the end of this video, I am going to show you a video of the weirdest thing I have ever seen when showing homes in Prescott. So you got to stick around for that. To get started, I want to show you the map. You can see the map here. This is going to be the path that we go, the route that we're going to follow today, give you an idea of where we're going. We start at Highway 69. Seems like everything starts at Highway 69 now. And then you can see on this map where we're going, where the outline is. We're very close to Stone Ridge over on the right, on the east side, and Prescott Valley is to the north from here, okay? So with that, let's get started on our drive. So we're gonna get started here. This is some of the first houses that you run into going down Old Black Canyon Highway. We left 69 behind us, but you can look across to that far hill over there and you can see all those houses, see how big they are, you can see how far apart they are. The average lot size here is just under 2 acres. That's because there's a few smaller lots around. Most are 2 acres or more. You can see how big the houses are and how much land you get in each one of them. You can also see the terrain here. A lot of hills. Hills mean views. Also means driving up and down hills, which you may or may not like. The average list price in the last year was $760,000. Average sold price was $748,000. See those houses way across over there? It's Glassford Hill in the background. The average size house here is about 2,500 square feet, so they're relatively large houses on large lots. This is all unincorporated area. This is not Prescott City or Prescott Valley City. That means there's no HOA, no fees, and no clubhouse or pool or anything like that. This is kind of the Wild West out here. So if you're looking for a place to be out away, have some privacy, do whatever you want, build your nice dream home, this could be the place for you. Also, part of being unincorporated is you're going to be on a septic tank, and you're going to have either a well or you're going to have hauled water. You don't have city water out here. You don't have city sewers either. There's also no natural gas. There's no city gas, so you're going to have a propane tank and a propane company come fill it up periodically for you. Look at that house up there on top of the hill. Imagine the view that he's got out there to the right. Getting a good idea of how this area is laid out. You can see how big these houses are also. And there's some pretty impressive views up here if you get in the right place. There's some lower elevations where you're kind of down in a valley and you don't get much of a view. But you still got a lot of privacy. You still got 2 acres. Being unincorporated, no HOA, there's no CC&Rs. You can pretty much do whatever you want out here. You can build whatever you want. Nobody's going to dictate what color paint you have. Most of these houses were built in the 1990s, but they're still building new ones right now. There's still construction going on. There's still a lot of lots for sale. You could buy a lot and, oh, see, construction is what I'm talking about. You could buy a lot and build your own dream home, do whatever you want. There's Glassford Hill. Prescott Valley is out there to the right. We're south of Prescott Valley, almost directly south of Glassford Hill. Mailboxes are going to be in clusters. You're going to have to drive to your mailbox. you're probably not going to have your mail delivered to your house unless you're right on the highway, but not very many people live there. This is a very rural setting. This is very rural. But even being so rural with dirt roads and all that, you're still relatively close to shopping. You go down Black Canyon Highway and, you know, you got Costco, you got Walmart, you've got Prescott Valley, their whole e-commerce or their whole commerce area. You also have dirt roads. So I debated whether I wanted to take you down this dirt road or not, but you got to see the views. You got to see this road. You got to see what the houses are like out here. They're just kind of sprinkled throughout the landscape. You can have horses out here if you'd like. All this land was once, everything out here is either a mining claim or a ranch back, 1900, turn of the century. So all the private land, most of this was ranching land, but there were some mines around here as well. We'll get to that in a minute. This is on a dirt road. It's not a bad dirt road. That one right over there on that hill, that's a bad dirt road. We're gonna go up it in just a minute. See how my camera's starting to shake? We got a little bump in the dirt road. Again, you could buy property out here, and this is what your property would look like. This could be access to your house, if that's what you want. I had to go up this dirt road because I wanted to show you the views out there to the left. There can be some pretty spectacular views. So I don't know, what do you think of this kind of a thing? Are you looking for a rural setting? You want to get away from people, have a little privacy, do whatever you want? Get away from the suburbs? It's a little harder living out here. Choices have to be made about, water and septic and all that stuff. You're kind of on your own. You got to take care of yourself. But if that's what you like, and personally I love that, but I know a lot of people don't. A lot of possibilities out here. A lot of houses out here. Be surprised. Going down dirt roads, there's still a lot of houses out here. Those are the Mingus Mountains off there in the distance, and I think you can see the San Francisco peaks just sticking up over there, way off in the distance. Can barely see them. Still, look at more houses going up the hill. When you go up the hill, you've got a view. The average list price is $760,000 here. They're not cheap houses. The average sold price was $750,000. But that's because they're 2,500 square foot houses. Last year, we only sold total 16 houses in this area, and there's only 5 for sale right now. So not a lot for sale. People like being out here. Not a lot of turnover. That's my truck. Okay, we're going up around the hill. We're going to be looking off to the valley to the right, which is towards the south, in a minute. They do have power out here. You're not out in the middle of nowhere. Imagine the view that guy's got right there. And he got here on a dirt road. A lot of flat area. Easy to build out here. $750,000 to buy a house out here, but look at what you get. Look at the views you can get out here. Now we're going to be going back down the hill. Going to be getting a better and better road here. That was a pretty rough dirt road coming up here, but it gets better and better going down here. You can see there's even some pavement now. We're back onto the pavement. Houses off to the left, they're not going to have the great views as the ones we just drove by. Look at that house, that compound. 2-story sheds, garages, got his own water tank. It's a fairly large house. Yeah, we're going back down the hill. Still houses way out in the distance. There is garbage collection in parts of this. You can see some trash cans along the way. Don't have to drive to dumpsters, so that's nice. You can do a lot on 2 acres, especially when it's flat like this. Houses way off in the distance. Look at how much room these guys have. If you wanted room to build your own compound, this is the ideal place. I never realized all these guys were out here. I thought it was just a dirt road that went out in the middle of nowhere, but there's a lot of houses out here. Very surprised. And we're still in asphalt again here. Here's a horse barn on the right. Got some horses down on the left. I think we're going to come up to a horse here in a minute. See the houses out on the hill in the distance. We are headed back down towards where we started from. We're going to do a complete loop here. Houses are getting a little more dense here now that we've got a little bit better road. The farther out you go, the worse the road, the more of the privacy. Ah, there's a horse. Check the horse just hanging out there in the yard, just chilling, doing what horses do. If you do want a horse and have the freedom to do whatever you want with a horse, this is the place. So I think we're getting close here to the end. We're going to come back down to the intersection. We drove to the right when we get up to this intersection. And that'll complete the drive for today. There's a lot of driving, seeing nothing. I'm not going to take you down all that stuff. And here we come up to the very end. You can see the houses to the left, to the right, that guy way up on the far hill up there. And at this stop sign, this is the end of the drive for today. So thanks for going on that ride with me. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something and saw a different part of the city that you never knew existed before. Now I want to show you one of the weirdest things I have ever seen in my life. And this was in the area. We did not see we did not drive by this house, but this house was a huge house. And in the basement, it had a big, large basement. And back in the corner of the basement, there was a little hallway off to the side. There was a gun safe room. There was a whole room dedicated to guns. But look at this door over here to the right. You see that door? You open up that door and you look down this big, long hallway. It's a pantry. It has shelves on one side and a shelf in the end. So we're going to look down and you see that shelf in the end? That's actually a door. You open that door up and you are in a mine. I don't know when it was built, but it's a mine. It's probably a couple 100 feet long. We did a home inspection. This is a video that the home inspector took. At the very far end, there's a ladder that goes up probably 25, 35 feet, something like that. There's a hatch at the top, but it had been sealed, and there were spiders, so I didn't crawl up these ladders. But this is looking back down. You can see this little area off to the side that opens up. But you can see in the distance, there's that door. That door was the shells that we were just looking at a minute ago. So if you wanted to buy a house with a mine in the basement, Lynx Mountain View Estates is the place to look. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching this whole video. I'm Conrad Walton at PrescottRealEstate.com. And if you want to see more videos like this, if you got some good information out of it, please hit the subscribe button and you can see the rest of the videos we're going to be producing. If you're interested in buying or selling, give me a call.